Hello, and welcome to the December Sunday Scoop. First, I hope you all had a fantastic holiday break, and from SundaeSwap Labs, I want to wish you an exciting new year and a prosperous 2023. Because of the holidays, it was a little bit of a slower month for us, but we still have plenty of exciting things to show you today. First, I'll show our ISO and reverse ISO dashboard that we worked on and launched in early December. This allows you to claim your ISO rewards while only paying a very small Cardano transaction fee. So many of you are very excited about that. I'll give a small demo and I'll answer some of the most common questions regarding that. Second, I have a small interview with a new partner of ours that we're excited to launch with, so more about that soon. Third, I'll talk a little bit about our newest governance client and give an update on Sundae governance. Fourth, I'll bring on Calvin to talk about the new UI that we're building and give a demo of swaps and limit orders in this new UI. And finally, we'll bring on Dan, our new product manager, to talk about our new process for community engagement, outreach, and product research. He has a survey to fill out if you are feeling so inclined, and we hope to interview many of you and kind of find out what it is you really need from a DeFi product. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is our new ISO dashboard, which we launched in mid-December. I wanted to answer some common questions and give it a small demo of claiming this. Your ISO and reverse ISO rewards, if you didn't claim them through drip drops, are now available through this portal. So the first thing you're going to want to do is connect a wallet. Now, any of the extension wallets that you have installed will appear here, but some of them are not fully SIP30 compliant. If you have trouble claiming with a non-SIP30 compliant wallet, you can either open a support ticket with that wallet or try recovering your seed phrase in another compatible wallet. Our go-to tends to be Eternal. You can think of your seed phrase or your hardware wallet as your username or password, and the extension wallet that the browser that you interact with the blockchain through. So as long as you trust the browser that you're using, the wallet that you're using, it won't impact your account on the blockchain in any way. It won't unstake you, it won't interfere with your staking rewards. Just make sure that you are picking a wallet that you trust and that you've done due diligence on. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect my Eternal wallet. Now this is a preview environment that I've loaded up with some rewards. And you'll see both your ISO rewards and your reverse ISO rewards if you earned any. Some may be claimed if you already claimed them through drip drops, but if you have unclaimed rewards, you can go ahead and click claim rewards, and this will build a transaction that pays out your rewards. Now, for this example, I'm just using this kind of practice dummy token that we have on the preview environment. And some people had questions about this transaction, so I thought it was worth explaining it in our Sunday Scoop. So first, you'll see two inputs to the transaction over here on the left. And how this renders will depend on your wallet, but this is kind of the Eternal example. So the first input will be an input from our wallet that holds the Sundae tokens. And the second and third and potentially more inputs after that will be from your wallet. And this is just to cover that Cardano transaction fee like I mentioned. On the right-hand side, at least in this example, you'll see outputs to different accounts. So the first output will be 2 ADA. This is because of something called the min ADA requirement. You can read up more about that elsewhere, plus your Sundae rewards. The second output will be any remaining Sundae that you didn't earn that gets retained by our wallet, paid back to us, plus the same amount of ADA that we put in. And then the final input will be any change. So maybe there was some extra ADA or some extra tokens, and those also get sent back to you. Now, if you add up the ADA on this output and the ADA on the output that contains your Sundae rewards, you'll see that it almost adds to the input ADA that you provided, the only difference being the roughly 0.2 ADA transaction fee. And so in net, you retain all of your ADA except for that 0.2 ADA transaction fee, and you gain the token that you the Sundae for the ISO and reverse ISO rewards. So hopefully that clears up a little bit of confusion. Then you can go ahead and enter your spending password. Another point of confusion is there is a 10-minute time limit for this transaction to make it on the blockchain. Some wallets have a backlog of transactions they're submitting, and so if that doesn't get minted into a block in the time limit, or you kind of wait and you walk away from your computer and you don't sign this, or you click cancel, you may have to wait 30 or 40 minutes before you can try to claim your rewards again. So I'm going to go ahead and click sign. And that's going to go ahead and build and submit the transaction. And once we see that transaction on the blockchain, this will switch to claimed. But if you switch over to your Eternal wallet, you should see those fairly quickly, or whatever wallet you're using. So we're excited for people to be able to claim their rewards, and we hope that that clears up some of the common questions we've been receiving. If you have any other issues, feel free to reach out on our Discord. Look for the channel called Open a Ticket, and we're very responsive to try and help everybody who has an issue. The next thing I want to talk about is a new partnership we're starting with a company called Cryptochips. Some of you may have seen this on Twitter, but a while back, right after our launch, I reached out to them to commission a custom commemorative object for all of those people on the SundaeSwap team who helped us get to that V1 launch. These were a rainbow-colored, anodized commemorative coin for each of the team members. These were really popular when we showed them off on Twitter, and so I thought it would be a great idea to offer that same thing to the Sundae yield farmers. We had a little bit of issues with supply chain and kind of getting those to market, but we're excited to launch that, and we'll be launching similar coins in the future. So without further ado, let me introduce David from Cryptochips.
Hello, my name is David. I'm one of the co-founders of Cryptochips, and we are a crypto merchandise store that offers high quality physical coins as well as other physical merch, and pretty soon going into NFT merch.
Awesome. And yeah, I reached out to you like last year about doing these coins. I'll show one of the ones that we're going to give to the community in a minute, but do you want to talk about the ones that you made? I think you call them Galaxy coins, right?
Yes, it's all started off thanks to you, like you were saying, contracting us to produce this anodized, one-of-a-kind Galaxy coins. So we went down the path of researching what anodization was, even what that was, because before talking to you, we didn't really know what that, or have seen any anodized coins. So we went through the research and development for close to 2 or 3 months to finally get something to the quality that we really liked, and to introduce something to the market that hasn't been seen or done before. So we utilized the latest anodized technology, and I'm not too sure how far we want to go into depth of that, but that basically allows us to add a thick oxide coating to the material, and we tested countless, over a dozen different materials ranging from aluminum, iron, different zirconium alloys, and that's what we ended up going with, because it's very light, extremely durable, and it dissipates heat really well. It's what usually people, or the lining of nuclear bombs are used, that same material. So we tested all those. We found out that material was the best, but it was also very hard to source, and that's one of the problems we ended up having. But the end result was a more very colorful rainbow coin, and very vibrant in its reflection and whatnot. After we do the anodized process, then we CNC it to create this angle, this concave angle on the coin, where light will refract from the coin more or better. I'm not sure what the word is.
I'm just going to cut in real quick to show a physical sample you sent me, if I can get it to focus. So these are really high quality. They're very thick. They feel really good and heavy in the hand. They catch the light really well, and they've got this wonderful kind of rainbow sheen on them. Each coin comes engraved with the number of days consecutively you yield farmed and your personal stake address at the bottom. And the particular kind of rainbow pattern, which is really hard to catch on camera, each one comes out super distinct. So these are very kind of one-of-one, very unique commemorative objects. So initially, we're going to be offering those to people who participated in the Sundae yield farming program, but we have some really exciting ideas for other products that we can offer in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Speaking of which, David, I know that Cryptochips, the physical coins, aren't the only thing that you do over there, so why don't you tell us a bit about other products that you offer?
Yeah, so we're very, very excited, and hopefully you guys will like it as well. As far as other merch that we sell, one of our flagship products is our QR coins. And what that allows you to do is we will allow laser a static QR code on the back of a coin, and that can be a letter, your public address of your Cardano wallet, Bitcoin wallet, Ethereum wallet. It can be a automatic link, so right when you scan it, it'll pop up a website. The other flagship product that we just launched this summer that's doing very well is our Moon Money. And Moon Money is kind of like a physical.
These you can show us.
I do. Just give me 1 second. So here's an example of our QR coins that we have. You can see that a very high res QR code. So we make sure that's easily scannable. Then we coat it with a polyurethane coat, so it doesn't matter like how much you touch it, the QR will always remain this deep black color. And then this other product that we have is a Moon Money, which is kind of like a physical crypto cash that also has a NFC chip inside of it. So the way that you access the data on your Moon Money is the electromagnetic frequency produced by your phone will both write data and read data on this card. So there's no batteries needed.
That's really cool. Well, thanks for coming on, David. We've been really excited to work with you and your company. The product quality has always been through the roof. So really excited about this product that we're launching and any products that we launch with you in the future.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Pi. Appreciate you having me on.
Next, I wanted to give a small shout out to our latest client to launch with our governance portal. This client is Noom. Noom is a music marketplace for artists and fans. And right now they're hosting their first vote to advise them on which dexes to provide some additional liquidity to. So if you have some Noom tokens or you're a liquidity provider for the Noom ADA pair on SundaeSwap, head over to vote.noom.io. That's NEWM.io. And I'm sure they'd love if you participate. With that brings on-chain voting support. So now if you're a hardware wallet user or you have kind of a strong reason to want your vote to be kind of publicly broadcast and available, you can pay a small fee to vote on-chain and kind of post that metadata on-chain for everybody to see. When the vote is being tallied up at the end, these will be included in addition to any of the off-chain votes that have been cast. So that allows people with hardware wallets to participate, and Noom is making great use of that. That's also available to any of our existing clients. As for an update on the Sundae governance portal, I'm so happy and so excited to announce that later this month, the Sundae governance portal will launch. The first vote will be on a sort of set of rules and procedures, a constitution, if you will, for how voting within the Sundae governance protocol will work. And so we're going to allow the community to kind of ratify that constitution with your Sundae tokens. So I'm really excited to finally bring this the ability for Sundae token holders to participate in the future of the protocol. And after that vote, we have a number lined up that we're really excited to get in front of people and get your opinion on. The next thing I want to talk about is the version 2 of our UI that we've been hard at work on. Progress has been phenomenal on this, and we're getting really close to an exciting announcement, so keep an eye out for that. This month and January is all about bringing us up to feature parity with the existing decks. So that means wiring UI components up to either existing APIs or building APIs where needed, and building the transactions and submitting them to the blockchain on the front end. So to demo something you haven't seen before, I'm going to bring on Calvin, and he's going to show off market and limit orders.
Hey everyone, this is Calvin, one of the lead engineers over at SundaeSwap, and I just wanted to demo today a working swap within our new UI for the SundaeSwap decks. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over to our cell view. I'm going to pick TND, and one of the things that we wanted to highlight in this demo is we have our traditional market order, which is normal. This you can do on the existing V1 UI right now. But one thing we're adding as well is a limit order, and this allows us to actually set the price for the asset we're wanting to sell. So in this case, I'm going to actually set the limit order price for 0.75. I'm just saying that I want to sell 1,000 TND when the price hits 0.75. The current market order, if it were to be fulfilled, would be about 610. So we're going to wait, and it should just sit in our queue. So right here you can see the preview. Everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and submit. This is going to build our transaction. We'll go ahead and sign that. And there it was. So let's go ahead and view our orders. And you can see right here, it's actually already on chain, sitting in queue, but you can see that the price is under the limit. So we're going to wait a little bit, and just once the price moves up, we should see this get scooped. And there you can see our order was scooped at the appropriate price. Actually better than what we had requested. So there you have limit orders, and then just doing a normal market order will work just as expected. So if we want to do one, I don't have very much ND. Let's buy ND. View our order. And you can see right here we have our locally submitted orders, which was just seen on chain. And there our buy order was scooped and on chain. And so if we just double check this in our wallet, if we go over to transactions, wait for that to sync. Here you can see our initial sell of our Indigo tokens where we received 941, and then our purchase where we also received our deposit back plus the Indigo tokens that we purchased. So that's just a quick little update on the swapping for the transaction. Also something of note is that to actually build these transactions, we're using the Sundae SDK, which we're working on making open source so that anybody could create a swap like this in their dApp.
And last but not least, I'm going to hand it over to Dan, our new product manager, to talk about how we're going to solicit feedback from our community going forward. And it includes a survey that you can fill out now. And we'd love to hear from you, and I'll let Dan tell you more.
Happy New Year from the product team at SundaeSwap Labs. We're going to be making some big changes this year, and as part of this, we're looking to engage our community, all of you, on a much more frequent basis than we have in the past. We'd love to understand how you're using our product first and foremost, but also want to know how you use our competitor products both in and outside of the Cardano ecosystem. This obviously includes traditional finance products as well. So, starting in January, we're going to be sending out a survey, and we'll also be looking to have conversations with all of you about your experiences managing assets, trading, and earning with DeFi and TradFi products. This really will help us understand who we're building for and what we decide to build in the future. And the knowledge and insights that we gain through these conversations and this process as a whole will help us create really strong proposals that we can submit for voting through the SundaeSwap DAO. And this will enable all of you to make much more educated and data-driven decisions on what gets built and how the product evolves over time. So, keep an eye out for that survey link on our Discord and our Twitter feed in the next week or two. We're really excited for this next phase of product development and can't wait to have all of you along for the ride with us.
And that wraps it up for our December Sunday Scoop. I know that 2022 was both an incredibly exciting and at times incredibly frustrating year for many in the crypto industry, and SundaeSwap is no exception. That being said, I'm incredibly excited about what 2023 has to offer, and I hope that we've given you a glimpse of what we're doing to hit the ground running. So until the end of January, have a good year.